Hey everybody, how you all doing? October 5th, 2020, 2:30 in the afternoon. Just wanted to make myself a vlog. You don't really have to watch it. It's mostly for me. Instead of writing in a journal, it's basically my refinancing of a home process and what I went through and how I went through, and hopefully I don't talk more than 20 minutes. But basically, again, like I said, instead of writing in a diary, I'll just make it live down the road, but I'm talking to myself, but talking to all you viewers out there. So I'm in my home about 6 years. Got in it for $400,000 at 4% fixed, and my mortgage started out like $2,800 a month. That's principal, interest, yearly, homeowners insurance divided by 12, and the taxes and everything that creates a mortgage. Some people pay their taxes, some people roll it in. I rolled everything in. It was like $2,800. Fast forward almost 6 years, it's like $3,100 and change. Taxes go up. It's not that bad, but I don't know. Different parts of the world are cheaper. I'm on some doohickey driving home. That's why it's more of a voice for me. Sometimes people like to finance every 5, 10, 15 years, depending on their interest rate. Again, I was at 4. So I was told that if I can't go to at least 3, it's not worth the closing costs and the process of going through what I'm about to talk about, which really wasn't a big deal. So COVID happened, as we all know, around the world. It was affected around March, give or take, February into March, wherever. So supposedly the new rumor was all the mortgage shit went down. So I called a bunch of people and friends and people who did it or don't do it, so I got in touch with a couple people, and basically I wrote myself a note here so I could say it. Basically what happened was on March 9th, 2020, I called a bunch of loan officers. I got about a 3.5 for a 20-year and a 2.9 for a 15-year. I couldn't afford the 15-year. Can't live well above your means. You can't. The 20-year wasn't worth it because it was more money, and it was only 0.5. It really wasn't doing anything to benefit me, so I let it go. Some people did it at whatever rates, and some people didn't. So that's that. Fast forward to June 18th. March, April, May, June. 4 months, huh? Finally called. Got a different guy who was a straight shooter McGavin. And basically I was like, basically what happened was I was like, listen, what's this 20 and 15. Okay, what are you in now? What do you have left? Raw numbers, nothing down to the penny. So he quoted me 3.125 for a 20 and a 2.625 for a 15. So when he did the numbers for the 15, I couldn't afford it on my base salary. I could squeeze it with overtime, but it's not worth it. The 20-year came out to like $3,048. Wow, that's lower. I think I was at $3,100. Let's just round it up. I was at $3,100. I said, oh well, you got to save me, a couple of dollars. $3,048. So he was going to save me $3,048 minus $3,100, which is $52. Well, you're going to save me $52. Let's get the ball rolling, Jack. His name was Scott. So he's like, all right, you want to think about it? I guess. He goes, the number's not going to change. Call me tomorrow. I guess. So I called Jay and I spoke to my boss and all that other jazz. And basically what had happened was Everyone said that's really great. You're shaving off 5 years because I'm in it at 30. I'm in it 5, so I would be taking off another 5. And if you do the long-term math, I think it's $155,000 at the end of the life of the loan if I stay in it 20 years and don't do any extra payments and just stay for another 20 from 2021, which would be 2040. So okay, let's get the ball rolling. So that in turn started the process. I did it through U.S. Bank. That was the loan officer. Scott works for U.S. Bank. You could look it up. Anybody could get it. So what happens is he sends you like a binder through U.S. Bank. We need you to confirm that you're starting the loan process. Okay. We need your pay stubs. You need your wife's pay stubs. Thank God there's nothing extra. There's people that own other homes. There's people that own whatever has to do with deeds, whether it's grandparents' homes, parents' homes. Everything time you own something like that, it affects your mortgage. It affects the physical process of the loan because they don't want you to default. So they say, oh, you own a home in Florida, and you own a home in New York, and you own a home in Jersey. Whoa. You want to refinance? And it's just a longer process. So I'm just regular guy, 2 jobs, me and my wife, 2 leased cars, 1 home. And it was just no defaulting, no extra amounts of, oh, you own back taxes on your car. Or just, if you could just magically have a perfect world, the process is so much more straight and narrow. So that was the initial binder. That was within like the first week. So with the power of the all-in-one, it's just pay stub, scan, make a document. If you could scan on your phone, sometimes you could go to the pay stubs on your phone. You could say copy, it saves it on your phone, whatever. And that was great. W-2s, scan, send. I must have sent that right away. As soon as I got the package at work, I came home that night, I sent it. Perfect. Then it goes through review. Then a couple of days later, I remembered them. Oh, we need your bank account number. We need to make sure you have enough money. You also have to have enough certain amount of dollars and cents in your bank account as collateral, because when you close, even though you're not paying the full bloat closing amount on a new car, you're paying something. So they need to make sure that you're not just running all your stuff for shits. Okay, so then they run you credit. That's probably the longest thing. So I was in like 790, my wife was like 805. I got the credit card in my name, the house is in my name, more than, I guess it wouldn't be more, but I had just a little bit more stuff. Great credit, perfect. Then there was that block of silence. So I said June 18th, we got the ball rolling. I want to say by June 26th, the ball was complete. And I want to say that the rest of June, the rest of July, and almost pretty much of August was nothing. There was no contact, no FYI, no how you doing. No, I just want to let you know this is taking this long, and we know why it's taking this long. And I a couple of guys already used this guy Scott to close, and they were in the same process. They were just a couple of months ahead of schedule. So everything with COVID, Corona, whatever you want to call it, everything stopped people. People are going, working from home. People have the same workload. I don't think that the closing process should have taken any longer if all the same employees are working from home. But if you laid people off, then I could understand why it took so long. So right in the beginning of September, the tail end of August, I started with like, I need to figure out what's going on. Just as I was going to call my loan officer, he sent me a message. I just want to let you know that your paperwork is being processed with another processor. I said, another processor? What about you? Oh, they're not taking it away from me, but what they're doing is they're giving it to someone else. Well, are you still closing with me? I don't physically close with you, but I will be the closing person that you speak to. I'm still your loan officer. I said, oh, okay. All the stuff you sent was going through a processor. Some person in a different world and state looking at your shit and making sure that it's all correct. Okay. They will be contacting you. This is the best line. If they don't contact you, let me know. I'll contact them. Well, how long do I wait? And I was almost told, like, well, you'll know. Well, I'll know? Because according to me, I'll just give it one business day. So I think I gave it, well, actually, I think 6 to 8 business days later, I got an email. Not unprofessional, but not inviting. Hi, this is Carol. I want to let you know that I'm your new processing officer. Because 30 days have gone past the original processing, we need all your stuff again except your taxes, because that doesn't change. We need the last 3 of your this, we need the last 3 of that, because it's been more than 30 days. Yeah, it's been almost 90. June 18th to July 18th, July 18th to August 18th, so that's 60, and then almost, so 45 days. Do you know that they want to try to close on a refinance 45 to 60 days without COVID in a normal setting, with all your bills and everything straight? So then when I started that process, that was a little less, again, not professional, but a little more utilitarian. Scott was friendly. Hey man, when you get a chance, I need your W-2s. I need you this, I need you that. I need a couple of things, let me know, thanks. This broad was from Kentucky, and she was more like, I need this, I need that. So one of the hiccups was like, I'm the beneficiary on my mother's bank accounts. So they must have ran everything, and they saw that I have an abundance amount of money. But they don't see that my mother has a certain amount of accounts. So they think that I got however many, 6 digits. So they're like, basically, it was like, send us the right routing number, and it was like bank account number, and then it was almost like, oh, okay. So that was a little hiccup, because that takes a couple of days, because they don't want to talk to you. So it was a couple of emails. And then fast forward, I tell Scott that story, and Scott's like, why is she being nosy? That's none of her business. And you should have called me. Oh, what are you going to do? Call her and say, stop harassing my client? Whatever. So that's that. So now that process took a little bit. Then finally, out of nowhere, boom. One day is the final package gets dropped via email. Boom. Like, U.S. Bank was doing it through email, through a, what's it called? I forgot, that slipped my mind. Like, they send you a link to the bank, and then it's a username and password, and then basically you access that stuff. Like, they tell you that it's available, instead of you trying to, like, log on every day. So, that was that. And, Jesus, look at all this traffic. So that was that, and that turned into, those numbers were completely wrong, and I ended up calling Scott, and Scott was basically, wait, I'm looking at that now. He actually gets CC'd on the emails. And then after that, what happened was, all the numbers were wrong. Like, the monthly thing came out to like $32.67 instead of $3,048, and the closing cost was like $6,000, which I wasn't even told the closing costs. I don't even know what the closing costs were. You go into it like blind, you know. And then we were talking for a couple minutes, and then we basically were on at the concept of, you know, I'm going to change it. You'll get a new one when it's changed. I have to talk to my my lawyer, because the taxes were wrong. That was another day. I had to look back my taxes, and then I paid my taxes through my mortgage at different points. And another thing is my mortgage pays the taxes late with no penalty. So the taxes are due 4 months out of the year. They split up the school twice and the property tax twice. And let's just say it was due whatever, 2 months later passed, then they send their checks out to the counties that I live in. And that was Fifth Third Bank. And supposedly I heard that was that's like a scam, because you have 14 days in New York or 15 days to pay your first mortgage loan, your mortgage from the day one. So if you're on the 1st, you have until the 15th. If you're on the 10th, you have until the 25th, 30th. Like, so what happens is, why are they allowed to skip 2 months and they don't get penalized? Yeah, because they're sending these counties billions of dollars in back taxes from all of us that are paying up front. So what happens is, now I wait another week. Now we're coming into, I have to try to close before October 1st, because that's when my payments are due. So now what happens is, they tried to schedule me for Monday the 28th September. I get a phone call that night at 3:30. I get a phone call stating, can we push it till 5:36? Yeah, whatever. I get a phone call at 5 stating, can we push it till Friday? And I said, Friday? What do you mean? Well, no. Oh yeah, because it was my wife's birthday. We closed the 28th. And then they give you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry. The Monday before that. 8/7/6/5/4/3/2/1. Monday, September 21st, I was supposed to close. 3:30, they push it to 6. 5 o'clock, they push it till Friday, the 25th. And I'm like, they said that my taxes weren't paid yet. And I said, okay, what does that have to do with the price of rice in China? And they said, well, when you close, you have to be up to date on your current bullshit. So someone needs to pay my property tax, $4,100 for the quarter. So either you get it out of your escrow and you get back what's left, which is what would have been there anyway, or you pay up front and then you're just going to get back the $4,700 in escrow anyway, which is what was my 47. I said, okay. She's like, we could wait till Friday and we could see if they pay, because I'm a third party, the lawyer. They only told me they didn't pay yet. It's due October 1st. Okay. Well, I hang up the phone, and Fifth Third Bank, I think, is in Kentucky, so their time difference. So I got this woman on the phone. I said, hey, listen, I'm looking to find out my payoff. You don't want to say you're refinancing, I guess, when you're not ready. I guess that triggers things. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's due October 1st. When are you paying it? November 10th. Why? I don't make that decision. It just has it in the computer. I hang up. I call the lady back. I say November 10th. She goes, oh, no. You need to come up with $4,200 in taxes plus $1,600 in closing costs. What happens if you don't have that much money? So that was that. And then she's like, well, then I get a phone call Thursday. We can't close Friday. This is from Scott now, the loan officer. I'm like, why? Because the lawyer can't make it. Don't you think the lawyer should have called me? No, she calls me, we're friends. Oh, yeah, okay, you're friends, you know. And so anything after that, so now let's just see. Now we're going into, when do you want to close? Well, I guess Monday, September 28th is the next time, because I should close before October 1st, because then that rolls in a different payoff and everything gets bumped back. So now I have to fuck around, and you're changing it on me because the lawyer couldn't close Friday. That sounded like the lawyer was fucking, hey, how you doing? You want to go get some fucking pizza and fuck? What's the matter? You don't like pizza? Hey, they'll be here all week. So what happens is, now I closed Monday, September 28th at $350,000 loan, because you really don't pay that much into your principal, the first like 15 years. At 3.125, it turned out that I went from a $3,100 loan, a $3,100 mortgage, to a $3,148, and I shaved off 5 years. So it's not bad. $48 is not bad at all at a 3.125. Not bad. And we closed. We signed 1,000 papers. I gave her a check for like $6,000 and change. I'm supposed to get $4,700 back from escrow. I'm supposed to get like $350 back from the title company because they overcharge. And then whatever the payoff amount is, I think I get back like $37 from that night's payoff. Was $37 more. And I don't pay October. I pay in November. So I saved $3,000 in not paying October. So that's it. That's this October 2020 refinancing story. So that's it. I hope that I didn't miss. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you watched it, if you didn't watch it, no worries. And hopefully YouTube stays alive forever, so I could always look back and say, my refinancing story. What happened? Oh, there's the video. Right. Okay. Well, thanks you. I thanks you. Keep watching my channel for washing machine videos. It's going to be cool soon, so check my channel out for closing the sprinklers. And I got a couple of heating and plumbing stuff from last year that some of you guys might need to chooch up. Again, thank you. Take it easy.